Well, here we go, guys. This to me is the most exciting part of this reno. We are down at Custom Lithium and we are getting our battery system installed. Now, I'm down here at a Sparrow's Fart. You can see the roller doors down. They're not even open yet, because if you have a look at this car park, there is not much room at all. And when these other businesses around start opening up and people start parking in here, there's no way I'm swinging this 24-foot van, Big Bertha, into this shed. So we're down here nice and early. Gonna leave it with them for about a week, and they are going to do the full battery system, solar install. I cannot wait. We've chosen these guys for a few different reasons. One, because they're local. Two, because they make their own batteries and they give you a 5-year warranty on them. So anyway, I'll tell you all about it once we get it installed, but I'll just hang tight for these guys to show up, get the van in there, and then they're gonna get stuck straight into it. There we go, the van is in at Custom Lithium. Backed it in first go. I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back for that one. I've only backed this van a couple of times, but it is good to reverse. They're gonna have it for about a week. Normally it wouldn't take them that long to do an install, but we're heading away for a few days, so we just said, just keep it. And they're quite busy at the moment, like most battery and solar installers are right now, because everyone wants a big off-grid system. But I cannot wait to show you this system that we got. It is gonna be insane. So that'll be coming soon. So make sure you stay tuned.
We just wanted to jump in the video here, guys, and let you know that we're not sponsored by Custom Lithium at all anyway. We did pay full price for the system. There weren't any discounts or anything like that. We were just a regular customer that walked in looking for a battery system. Yep,
got our quote, got it installed. But since then, we have been talking to the guys and they are offering us a discount code for you guys. So if you use the discount code now or never 23, you will get $50 off any battery purchase. So that's pretty good. We're stoked to bring that to you. Anyway, with that said, let's get back to the video and show you the system that we got installed. Right, so we're back down here at Custom Lithium. They have had the van for the last week while we've been in Sydney. The boys here have sent me a few sneaky little pics of the install going on. I am so excited. Are you excited, Erin?
I am.
Anyway, let's get in there and see how they've gone with it. Oh, there he is. How you doing, mate? Hey, mate, how are you? Been good. Yeah. How's things been? Easy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, so this is Sean from Custom Lithium. He pretty much sorted all this out for us. Now, I could probably bang on about this stuff, but I'm not going to do it justice, so I'm going to let him show us through the exact system that we've got.
Easy, guys. All right, so basically we've put our 400 amp hour compact battery in this little area here. We've pretty much picked up everything that was left in there wiring wise, but pulled it all out and put our good stuff in there.
Yeah, because this is where the original setup was.
Yeah, this was where it was.
Yeah.
So 400 amp hour compact in there. And then we've run the big Victron Multi Plus. So this is our 3000 VA inverter, which is able to now run the aircon and all the power points within the van without being plugged into a powered site, essentially. Yep. So we were running the aircon this morning in there. It was pulling about 55 amps.
Is that all?
Yeah.
I thought that big old unit would pull more than that.
I think it probably would have, but we had the sun this morning as well.
Okay.
So
yeah.
We have 1200 watts of solar on the roof. There is actually space for a bit more if
I know.
we wanted to go a bit further with it.
So you guys sent a photo and I was like, the whole back section's free still.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing, like we can add on later on, can't
100%,
we? Yeah.
100%. So room for expansion. There's heaps of sun. I reckon you could probably nearly run that aircon without doing anything.
And the other thing is if we look at upgrading that aircon to a more modern unit, like that will...
You'll save.
Yeah.
Efficiency will go through the roof. So
awesome.
That's really cool. Other than that, we basically have our DC-DC charger, so that's charging through the car as you guys are driving.
Yeah, so that's a 30 amp,
30 amp,
yep.
Correct, yeah. And then our big solar controller for the 1200 watts that are on the roof as well. So, but other than that, it's pretty pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and I like that. It's a real basic system. There's not too much going on,
That's it.
but it's got heaps of everything. Now, your batteries, tell us about those, because you make those in-house here, don't you?
We do. So behind you in the building there, we manufacture the whole battery. So let's be honest, lithium comes from overseas.
Yep.
We get it here, and we have the guys in there, they weld the packs together. So there's no nuts and bolts or anything like that. They're all bus barred and welded together.
Yep.
The guys assemble the BMS system. So this one here is running their 380 amp BMS. So it can draw 380 amps continuously.
Yeah, okay.
Which is big for obviously like running, you know, big inverters, your aircon and stuff like that. So that's perfect for that.
Yeah.
The ABS plastic comes in a flat sheet. So all this black stuff here, flat sheet. We have a laser cutter in there as well. So that cuts all basically the shape out, and the boys fold it all up. It's then chemically welded together to form the box. The cells drop inside that. We lit it up and it's good to go. So it offers you a 5-year warranty with that.
I think that's one of the best things, is that you're really standing behind your products here. Like, 5-year warranty is amazing.
Yep. Now, every battery, including this one, is tested on our test bench. So we make sure we give it hell.
Yep.
So we pull it right down from 100% to 0 and make sure it is pulling at 380 amps, if not better.
Yep.
And it is actually 400 amps in capacity as well.
So you see that with a lot of other brands. They say they're a certain capacity, but when they actually bench test them, they're a lot lower.
Yep.
Yeah. So we know we've got a proper 400 amp hour.
Exactly right.
So the reason we went 400 amps is, it's a couple of reasons really. One is weight. We are limited with the Ranger still. The other one is just cost. We could go for a massive like 800 amp hour system, but we're putting all that extra weight in. Do you know how much that battery weighs?
I think it's about 45 kilos off the top of my head.
So that's eating a lot into our payload. So I'm happy to get out there, test this system with this amount of solar and that size battery. I did work out how many amps we need. I think it's about 126 a day. That's just me roughly working out. So 400 should be pretty sweet for what we're doing.
That's it. So even testing the aircon this morning with a bit of solar, like it was a bit overcast this morning, and the solar working in, the Victron, the BMV 712 was saying that we still had 6 hours of aircon runtime before it was it was done.
Yes.
So that's huge.
We did say that in a recent video, that we were keen on this then, when we didn't even know what we had, to have something that we can run the aircon off grid.
That's it.
Now, because you make your own batteries, you can sort of customise for people, can you? Size-wise and shape and everything?
We sure can. If you wanted to fill up this whole big area here, we can technically custom make a battery to suit.
That's awesome.
Be it 12 volt, 24 volt, or even 48 volt.
Yep. Okay, so you do everything.
Everything.
Awesome. So, look, if you are after a battery system, come down and see the guys here. They're in Brendale, Brisbane. You do send out batteries anywhere though, don't you?
We do, all around Australia. We do have resellers around the place as well. So if you're ever somewhere and you need a hand with your battery, or if you want to purchase one from one of our resellers, right across Australia.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good. All right, let's look at the rest of it. All right, we'll jump up top. We'll show you what is on the roof. So that's 6 panels. So they're 200 watts each. All Volta, is it?
All Volta, yeah, that's it.
So they're like top quality panels, eh?
They are.
Yeah.
And they look really good as well. They got that black frame, so it all sort of blends in on the roof as well.
Yeah.
So we've had really, really good success with them. They say what they're going to do, and they do it. So
that's the main thing. Like, we've had trouble with solar before, and I just don't trust a lot of what they sell you, what they say it is. You know, half of it's my Dodger wiring too, but anyway, I cannot wait to do this. We'll jump inside and have a look at the display and stuff. Hey?
Easy.
So you'll see here that everything looks a bit rough at the moment, because I told the boys we're actually going to replace that. You can see I've written it there. So they've just chucked it in roughly for now. Now, what's that screen called that Victron
So that's the Victron BMV 712. So it's a screen that you have permanently mounted in your car or van.
Yeah.
But it is also Bluetooth compatible. So you can have it on the Victron Connect app on your phone and basically monitor it outside or wherever you like, sort of thing, within reason.
So that's what we wanted to do, is we wanted this little switch here, Erin, if you have a little look at that. So this is for the inverter, so that the kids can physically flick that themselves. A lot of people go for that flash, like 7-inch or something screen, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
It's all touch control, like it's really cool. But what we plan to do is to just have a cheap pad up there, Bluetoothing that, so that we've got that at the same time. The only difference is, I think, is you cannot press it to turn the inverter on.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to have the same display anyway. It just means we've also got this extra switch so the kids don't have to muck around, which is really cool. But that's basically it, isn't it?
Basically it, yeah. So if we flick that inverter on now, and then we, what have we got here? On and off. So that'll kick in now.
Yes.
Completely off grid, no wires connected to the van.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Because that's really what we want to do this year. We want to try to not go into many caravan parks. We want to find those places. We've got the dogs with us, so this is awesome. So Sean's just taken us in here. This is where they make the batteries, so they don't hide anything they do. This shows you the whole process, start to finish, of how they make these.
This machine here is basically our laser cutter. So we've got a flat sheet of ABS plastic like you see here. Whack it on there, and that's where the box starts its formation. So it's cut out to the shape that we need it. Once it's come off there, we head over to this side where you'll see a box form like this. So then the boys, what they'll do, basically using a heat gun, they'll heat this up where the fold is, and it basically takes formation by itself. And then the boys will use a chemical to basically weld and seal up all the edges. So then it will end up like what you see behind you. Box like this. So we have a laser welder in behind there, which we're doing a little bit at the moment.
Yep. Oh, get some sweet sunnies to wear.
Yeah. And basically the battery cells become basically this, all welded together with bus bars all linked up. From there, we head back inside where the guys get to enjoy the aircon.
Yeah, I reckon she's warm out here.
So you'll see here Max is putting together, looks like a 100 amp hour ultra slim. So right now he's putting the BMS together and linking all the necessary cables together to basically form the battery. From here, it then goes back outside to our test bench. So every single battery that comes through this place ends up on this bench and is tested to the exact specifications that we say it is. So if it fails, it will go back next door, get pulled apart, rebuild or fix whatever is going wrong with it, and then come back again until it is 100% correct. Loose in there.
So you know, if you buy a battery from these guys, it's like start to finish. They've gone through the whole thing, double checked, triple checked. You're just getting quality.
Okay, from the testing bench it comes over here, the lid gets glued on, so it's all finished off, glued off, done, and then she gets boxed up, label put on it, and then shipped out to you guys.
Anyway, that's pretty cool. So seeing the whole process, they got nothing to hide here, fully made in-house. Can't get much better than that, eh?
All right, so after we've shown you all that, I bet you're probably wondering what that cost.
A lot.
A big chunk of our budget, but we knew that would be the case.
Yeah, so when we initially said, the reveal video on Bertha, and Erin said I'd like to spend between 50 and 60, and I was saying it'll be more towards 60. Yeah, this battery system blew that 50 straight out of the water.
Yeah, I think initially, because when in our research, we'd done a lot of got a few quotes and stuff, and a lot of them were kind of lowballed, I suppose.
Not quotes, just when we were talking to people.
Yeah, so
then the actual quote came through and it was
always way more than what we expected. Yeah. So in our initial budget planning, we probably didn't allow enough for that.
Yeah. So it was around about $14,000 for this system, but I'm happy with that because, you know, we're hanging on to this van. That was one of the main things we wanted to do, was a really good battery system. It was the part of the build that we knew wasn't going to be super budget friendly. Yeah. But in saying that, you can do it a lot cheaper. There are so many different options out there. That's just what we decided to go for. Yeah, so this is what we wanted. This suits our needs and everything we knew that we want to do with it. But we did want to just take the time to let you know how you could cut that cost down. Yeah. If you wanted to. Yeah, so there's obviously a lot of DIY options. A lot of what we spent was labour. So if you are savvy enough and you do enough research, which I could have done myself, but I just didn't want to. But it's also a lesson learnt from the last time we tried installing any kind of battery systems and stuff. I wired stuff up before, not in the last caravan, the JB. I did it in the car. and I just wasn't happy with anything. And it's my own fault. It was my own wiring and stuff like that. So I wanted to leave this to the professionals, but you can definitely go buy, like there's companies out there that do full caravan systems for a very budget friendly price. You can go get that and install it yourself. But yeah, just not what we wanted to do.
Yeah, they might not, I mean, there's also options to go like different quality batteries and all like the system components and everything.
Smaller battery, smaller solar.
I mean, you do get what you pay for in that sense.
Yeah.
You could also just go a smaller system as well and run a Jenny, or if that was going to suit you.
So many different options out there. So don't let this throw you and think that if I get an older van and run it, I've got to spend 14 grand on a battery system.
You absolutely don't.
And like everything, it comes down to your needs and what you're using in the caravan. We are using Starlink, we're editing, we've got a compressor fridge now, we've got the washing machine. We're living in this thing. If you're not living in it,
you don't need as much power as what we've got.
I've always said there was people, friends of ours on the road that would have 100 amp hour AGM in their caravan, but because their caravan doesn't have much drawing on the 12 volt system, they're fine.
Yeah. Having said that, I think though our recommendation would be to go for a good quality lithium battery.
Yeah, 100%.
Just weight wise, and then like we said with custom
lithium.
I really can't say that. Custom lithium. We watched them build them in the factory, and like they put them through the ringer, so you know what you're getting is good quality. And
I'd spoken to a few other people within the like auto sparky trade, and they all had like good things to say about custom lithium.
Yeah, so that's why I guess we're happy to put our name behind theirs as well. The other thing we just wanted to touch on was a couple of people recently have been asking if we have Patreon. It is something we do have. We just don't really put it right out there.
We don't want to go out there saying, "Hey guys, give us money for doing what we do."
Yeah, it's a bit of a bit of a weird concept for us, I suppose. But it's awesome that there are people out there that want to become patrons or Patreons or whatever they're called.
So if you want to be a Patreon, we'll chuck the link in the description. There's all different levels you can sign up to. We'll start becoming more active on the Patreon page.
Especially because we have had people asking, so I'm like, okay, like we might need to actually do something here.
Yeah, but it's really awesome that like you guys want to support us like that. That's, it just helps us keep doing what we're doing and being out on the road, especially after spending all our money on a battery system.
So thanks heaps guys for watching. There is plenty more caravan renovation goodness coming your way.
So make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.